Great job today, everybody. I mean, that's a lot of work getting all these trusses up. That's really cool. And just one step closer to having a roof on this house, which is going to get done tomorrow, which is awesome. So pretty much we're going to start up. We're going to need 3 people that are going to be standing on top of the house. We need one person on that end, one person on that end, and one in the middle. So who feels like doing that? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we got Tom, Brian, and RJ. Now what that entails, there's marks similar to this on either side. So we have to line these trusses up to those and toenail them in, which is nailing at a 45-degree angle. And that locks them in place. And we're also going to have a string line going that's going to be basically our guideline for how far we have to push these over. So we get them into place, make them like basically almost touch that string line, and then nail them in. And first thing in the morning is that gable is going to go up. So it's the same process, 3 people on extension ladders outside. Push it up, except instead of throwing it over and going back down, we hold it up there, nail brace in there, brace in the middle, brace over there, which is basically just 2x4 that goes straight up. And then you nail into that deadwood that we installed today, those little boards that overhang, and toenail again, 45-degree angle, into the top plates all along. And then what we do from there is we take these boards that you guys laid out, and this is our gable, this is our first truss, and we're going to run this across the top of the ridge, so that'll space out, like we have our spaces set up there, we have our spaces set up here, and eventually once we get to the interior walls, we'll have spaces set up over there. So we create a perfectly straight line all the way across. And these are going to run across the top, and that's a temporary brace, so we nail it in, and once everything's stood, we take it out. And then we have 4, which are what are called rat runs, that run along the bottoms of these, which are these boards, the same thing. You just line them up in between those and nail them in. So that's going to be the rat runs. That's going to be another 2 people who want to be up on top. Everybody? Joe?
Are we nailing?
Chelsea? Yeah, it's hammering, nailing.
You have to stand up on top?
Stand up on top?
Is that what you...
the speech? No.
No, to...
Oh, yeah. You're going to actually be... We can start off on ladders until they're secure, then it's just easier. You'll be like standing on this part of it, and you're just nailing them in as they go. And then I guess Stephanie and Deepak, you want to keep working on that gable, because we'll get that one cut out in the morning, and then the other one needs to be laid out and set up on the other side. So that'll be you guys. And everyone else, we're going to have the, I guess that's Captain Juliet. That's it, right? Sorry, Corey. Which is great because you were doing the hurricane straps before. It's very similar. These are different hurricane straps. And there's a little serial number on it. It says H2.5L. And there's H2.5R. So L's go on one side, R's go on the other side. Stay high. Into top plate. Into the truss.
Okay.
So you use those same nails. Holes are already pre-drilled into it. And these guys will already be connected. So as we're standing them, come behind. And the 8-foot ladders on the inside. Okay, all that stuff in.
Is that a new bracket?
Yep.
Oh, Joe's asking questions.
No. Did they use those before Katrina?
They use them before, like they're not like, I guess after, I don't think it's after Katrina, but there's been hurricane code down in Florida that most of the stuff is based off of. And so old houses, they're grandfathered in. They don't have to do stuff like this. But unless they do renovations or redo roofs, like anything new, then you have to use them. Otherwise, not. So, but all new, this is code, new construction.
It's in the code in Massachusetts now. They're able to 5 holes, they got to get a nail in every hole.
Yeah, and there's all different kinds, like the Simpson company makes like joist hangers and sorts of stuff like that do similar things, unloading dirt and building up levees all over the place. But Katrina doesn't happen too frequently. That was mostly a freak accident and a lot of just a lot of things that happened at the wrong time, the wrong place occurred.
Everything that could have gone wrong did.
Basically, and it just resulted in a disaster.
So what's forecast for this year?
What was that?
What's forecast for this year?
No idea. Hot and humid.
Okay. We'll take that
I'm
forecast.
looking forward to it. Not really at all. But I skipped out on winter up north, so I feel like I gotta pay my dues. But yeah, so does anybody have any questions about tomorrow?
Joe, you don't have any questions?
I asked my question.
So once this is done, what's next after that?
After everything's stood and braced,
Yes.
what we're doing on the outside with the sheathing, we do basically the same thing except on an angle and up on top of these roofs. So we run plywood all the way down, and then we cut a sheet to 4 feet, plywood all the way down, and run a full sheet all the way up, and then step after that, tie back, and
What about the roof?
the roof.
Mhm.
That's part of the roof. Like-
No shingles?
Oh yeah, the shingles come later. First we gotta put the decking on, then we
Right.
gotta put the tar paper on,
Yeah.
and then we do the shingles.
We do the shingles too?
I don't think we're gonna get the shingles.
No?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean, I would be excited if we got the decking on, but that's being optimistic. So, you guys can do it. It's all, you know, I'm not saying that you can't, but that's a lot of work, and we can do it if we really set our minds to it. But if we don't, it's still awesome. Because
So-
I mean, we're moving like fast, so it's looking good.
So next week another group comes after us to work on the same house?
There might be. I'm not sure. Volunteer numbers are kind of low. So spring break was a big spike. So there might not be anybody around. So all the other house leaders and our in trips will come down and try to get it done. And then after this, it's pretty much Carter build.
How many people did you have here last week?
I wasn't here last week.
This house? Oh, no.
Yeah, no, this was Peter's house. Guy who drives by. So I don't know. He probably had anywhere from 20. I think that was the end of spring break. So
Oh, okay.
it was dying out. But
So you can have a beer with us later on?
I can have one right now.
Alright.
It's like, do we have to wait?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So Eric, tell us, why do you do this? You're a long-term volunteer. This requires a bigger commitment than any of us over here.
No. Just because. Why do you climb a mountain? Because it's there. I don't know. I fell into carpentry. I loved it. I came down last year. I wanted to learn how to build a house. I'm tired of New York. I really like it down here, and I like the stuff. Like, this is the best job ever. It's like you can't beat this. Every day, doing this, working with great people,
Great, yeah.
and just you're making good, you're making a difference, and it's like I couldn't ask for anything more. So that's my answer.
What about you, Chelsea? Why do you do what you do?
Same answer.
Same answer. Yeah.
Oh, come on. You have to be more original than that.
I really like it. I've wanted to come here for ever since after the hurricane hit, and so I'm just glad to be here. Canada's here, so I should not be here.
There you go.
Good answer.
All right, you guys.
Your time.
Yeah.